Yo, the enemy's public, I gotta keep my eyes open. Pay attention, stop walking around like you blindfolded. This not the World Cup, but Nasir be kicking knowledge. This the type of information you can never learn in college. It's time to fight back, it's no more trying to play it cool. We got interviews, podcasts, and got the latest news. So sit back and relax, we about to get it started. Earth is a canvas, and guess who's the con artist? They brainwashing us, the system corrupted. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. I said you are now rocking with the enemy's public. Hey.
A once goal-driven, ambitious Sapphire turns to the street life after the sudden death of her big brother Dre. Dre's best friend Devontae tries to honor his homeboy's last request of looking out for his baby sister. A rebellious Sapphire makes it very difficult for Devontae to carry out his promise. Author Angela King James presents Fire. Get it on Amazon, on paperback, or Kindle. Peace. This is the enemy's public. I am Bro.Nasir. This evening, we want to discuss knowing it's not enough and failure to make information power. Because all information that we receive, all knowledge that we obtain, we should use it to empower ourselves. Yet before I get started, I want to pay tribute. Let me turn down my notifications on my phone before I do so. Yet before I get started, I want to pay tribute to someone very special to me, my instructor. Knew this man since I was a child. My martial arts instructor, Shaquille, aka Kevin Thompson, RIP, good brother. Just want to pay tribute to him by showing a video of my instructor. RIP Shaquille, aka Kevin Thompson. He's going to do a martial arts kata, weapons kata, at the Joe Louis Arena.
Thompson of the United States of America.
Ed ora un altro pezzo da 90 in questa specialità, l'americano Kevin Thompson.
Peace to my brother, the realist McCoy. Peace, salute to Bill Eyes. Thanks for joining me.
USA!
RIP to the world champion, Grandmaster Kevin Thompson, aka Shaquille. Now, I want to get to the subject at hand. So, I'm live. Knowing is not enough. Failure to make information power. With all the information that we obtain, all the knowledge that we obtain, if we don't use it to empower ourselves, what good is it for us to learn it? All information, especially pertinent information, we should use to empower ourselves. Peace to my brother, Big Dog Philly OG. Thanks for coming through, good brother. When we learn information, when we have pertinent information that we can make a difference and affect change in our lives and the lives of our people, affect change in totality with our people. Once we have that information, what next? Knowing something is not enough. Understanding isn't even enough because we are held accountable. Peace to my brother, Bronx Flat Power God. Salute to you, good brother. We are held accountable for what we know and understand. And if we don't take what we know and understand and apply it and use it, it's at naught. Why know it? It's like I asked the question, imagine having the answers, all the answers, the correct answers to problems and still fail. It seems as if that is our situation based on our behavior. It seems like when we speak to each other, some of us claim to have all the answers, don't want to add on, take what they say is the answer to these quizzes and answers to, our problems in this society. We want to go at it alone when we're dealing with a whole nation of people. And you cannot go at it alone when you're dealing with a whole nation of people. Now, when we deal with each other, a lot of us like to intellectually spar. I don't like the sparring. I rather build and take my information and combine it with the information that others are given. That makes it plentiful when it comes to the information. But when we have brothers who come on the platforms and undermine other brothers and say that we are picking and choosing, you know, and claim to have the answers as opposed to what was already given as answers, that is not building. That's an attempt to destroy that was already built. Just imagine you have a strong foundation and then someone comes along, instead of starting to build on the structure, they start tearing down the foundation. Whatever structure you build, it has to start with a foundation. If it doesn't have a foundation, the structure will not be strong and the structure will not stand. It'll be easily toppled without a strong foundation. That's why my sentiment is knowing is not enough. Because just knowing, perhaps you will fail to make the information power. We have to make the information power and powerful. Now, anyone who wants to come up and join me, the link is in the chat. Hit the link. If you share my sentiment that knowing is not enough, just put a 1 in the chat if you share my sentiment that knowing something is not enough and that we must understand what we know and we must apply it to make it power. I was taught that information is power and power is information, yet you have to use the information. Knowing it and keeping it in your brain and even passing it on. Whoever you combine with or pass the information with or build with, we all should try to make that information power. Now, this is not going to be a long stream because it don't have to be. It's self-explanatory. We have a lot of brilliant brothers and sisters who has a lot of information. Yet it's the going back and forth. It's the know-it-alls that cause us to be stuck where we're at stuck. Pieces of paper is not going to change our condition. I'm just sorry to break the bad news to us. Our people being serious about changing our condition, joining each other, being serious about handling business, and being serious about protecting ourselves and each other. And if anyone get in the way of our progress, they have to face confrontation. And that's the only way that we're going to gain respect. And we got to have some discipline too. We talked about it on the Brothers channel last night. Talk Your Talk Media. Greedy Vegan. Salute to the good brother. We have to stop having a problem with falling in line, the rank and file. Some of us, we bang on each other. We have banged on each other. We have gone to war with our own people. We put some of them in the hospital. Some of them was murdered. And we talk about how our life was growing up. But when it comes to dealing with our open and consistent enemy, all of a sudden we want to get clerical. If you had the fortitude to bang on your own and to live that life, as they say, you have to keep that same energy when it comes to dealing with other people. We can't go and start getting clerical now. Not saying that we shouldn't do that as a step. Yet when you have people who are disrespectful, meaning that you can guarantee that they're going to disrespect what you say you are, who you say you are, and what you're trying to obtain and accomplish, they're not going to respect it. So therefore, we have to assert power with our discipline, with our seriousness, with our rank and file. We have to assert power. No one who is disrespectful, who's a bully, is going to stop doing to you what you don't want them to do to you. So you're going to have to stop people from doing what you don't want to be done to you. Sometimes you have to stop them. Asking them is not enough. You have to stop people from doing. And also, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. Meaning, if you use preventative measures by your presentation, your demanding and commanding respect by being disciplined and respectful towards each other, when they see us out together, peace to my brother Keith West, when they see us out together and we're in the rank and file, we're disciplined, and we have that officer of the day to speak for all of us, and everybody else is just backing up what the brother says. When they see us out like that, that's going to command respect. because they see the brothers are disciplined. They're not all in chaos. Everybody's talking, sounding like babbling fools. You have one person speaking, even when the brothers step, even if it's 30 of them, when you hear them walk, it sounds like one footstep, one thunderous footstep. We have to be that tight so when we're walking, it's one thunderous footstep after the other. We have to be that tight in our rank and file. We work out together. We study. Steel sharpens steel. In order for steel to sharpen steel, steel has to come together with more steel. That's the only way steel can sharpen steel. It has to come together. And the rank and file, we have to have those cooler heads, because I know some of the brothers have a spirit that's needed. The spirit is needed. Yet, timing and space. You can't jump the gun. That's when discipline come in. You can't jump the gun. When you have that brother who does the schematics, who goes around, does the schematics and formulate the strategy, you have to go accordingly. You can't go before the brother say go. And you have to stick to the plan of what we're going to carry out. Even if it's like going out and talking to our people. We're going to have to get out and talk to our people. Let them see us on the street and let them know that there's someone out here standing and acting on their behalf. You know, I agree, Rob Warren. We have to get fired up. There's nothing wrong with being fired up. But while we're being fired up, we have to be disciplined. Self-control so we don't have to be controlled by others. We have to be fired up because we're living in a time where it's disrespectful when somebody could say that we think that we're serious when we're dead serious and they're not taking us serious. And they saying they think they're serious. That's how disrespectful some people are. And when we do come together as a unit, we don't discuss our strategy out in the open. We don't discuss our strategy to our opponents. When we move on what we need to take care of, it has to be to the point that there's absolutely nothing they can do about it. But a lot of us, we're so eager to do something, which is good, but your eagerness got to come with discipline. Some of us think that a piece of paper is going to protect us, and it's not. I don't care how many sovereign pieces of papers you have. I don't care what type of amendments you get about who we are. A disrespectful person is not going to respect that unless you make them respect you by how you present yourself out in the opening. It's the only way we'll get respect. With our unity, coming together, merely coming together is not unity. Coming together on the same accord, that's unity. A lot of us think us coming together automatically means that's unity. No, that's not unity. On the same accord is unity, same mind. Like I said, when we walk, if it's 50 of us, when we walk, it sounds like one step, one big thunderous step. We have a lot of work to do because some of us have to get used to the rank and file. We have this new thing now that brothers and sisters don't want to be a part of organizations. How can you not want to be organized? Even if we come together, wherever we do, it's still an organization. A lot of us don't want to be a part of an organization. We just want to wing everything we do and expect to be successful when you're not organized. Others organize. That's why they're so successful, because they organize. Even when they organize to do wickedness, they still organize. They plan, they strategize, they deputize. They do all three of them. In their wickedness, they do that. Organize, strategize, and deputize. When these shooters go around and do these mass shootings and kill people in supermarkets and schools, they make it seem like it's a lone wolf. But it's not a lone wolf. These people are very organized. And the person who carry out that wicked deed is very disciplined. Very disciplined. To the point that on the news, they say it's a lone wolf. And some of us believe it's a lone wolf. When it's not a lone wolf, that person was sent. And they're disciplined enough to go out and carry out wickedness. And some of them die, and some of them go to jail. But whatever their plan is carried out because they got a disciplined person who they can depend on and go carry it out. I'm not speaking about going out doing nothing wicked. I'm talking about our people organizing. But I am talking about defending ourselves if we need to. I am talking about that. I'm not talking about going out starting nothing. But if we fail to plan, we are planning to fail. We're supposed to be ready for everything. Our problem is that we're not ready for nothing. If we are attacked right now, we're not ready to defend ourselves. And we have incredible restraint when it comes to others. But when it comes to each other, we'll pull it. We have no problem pulling it when it comes to each other. But when it comes to other people, we have incredible restraint. And we hesitate. Brothers that used to be out there, they want to get clerical now. They want to get paperwork and present it to our open and consistent enemy like they're going to respect that shit. They're not going to respect that. What right now, they're having meetings saying, okay, who are we disrespecting today? Who are we disrespecting today? They're not calling themselves Negroes anymore. They're not calling themselves Black anymore. They're not calling themselves African Americans anymore. They call themselves Aboriginals. They call themselves Indian. Okay, that's who we're respecting today. Now, at this time, this is who we disrespected. Okay, this is the new people who we did. This is a new classification. Okay, now they're classifying themselves, not necessarily classifying, but they're renaming themselves. So this is what we're going to disrespect. Now, there's a way for us to gain respect from others. And that's to command respect, command the respect, demand the respect by how we are seen. And if anybody disrespect us, they know that there's a dire consequence for disrespecting us. Now, can you imagine somebody doing something to one of our women and children as if there's no consequence for them doing it? Can you imagine the mindset of a man who can actually punch a sister in the face as if there's no consequence for it? Can you imagine one of our women in a store and they're being disrespected as if there's no consequence? That is based on our action and the lack of thereof. That's what that's based on. When somebody got in their mind that they can talk to our women crazy and even put their hands on them, even in our absence, we have to get it so they'll be scared to do anything in our absence. Of course some of them will do it right in front of us. But I've seen situations where they'll just talk to our women and our children crazy as if there's no consequence for that. Why? Because they're right, they're overtly chest out in the open with what they do. And that's our fault. Because once there's disrespect, once somebody is touched, it shouldn't be no talking. It should be absolutely no talking. And we should be prepared on every level. Every level. When I say every level, whatever can happen in a situation, we should be prepared for it. And we should be equipped for it. Every level. Exactly, brother Rob Warren. There's not, they don't even slick this us today. Out in our face. Can you imagine your child in school? A resource officer who's not even supposed to deal with the discipline in school. Your daughter's in class. She's not behaving. She won't put her phone away. Instead of calling the dean, instead of calling the vice principal, whoever that is, whoever deals with the discipline in the school, they call the resource officer, who's a cop. And it's not a law enforcement situation. But he goes in and he flips her out her chair, throw her to the floor, put the cuffs on her, and drag her out the classroom, or even in the college room because a professor and a young sister get going back and forth in the classroom. They call the cops. Instead of inconveniencing the parents, having the parents come to the school and deal with their child, they call the police, and the police handle them virally. I don't even care if it's the police. If they violate us like they've been doing, we should be able to deal with that on every level. They supposed to get checked too. Everybody. There's nobody who's not checkable. Nobody, absolutely nobody who shouldn't be able to be checked when it comes to the protection of our people. Nobody. We have to be serious about it though. You know why? Because when it's all said and done, they're already scared to death. But they're scared for no reason. They're scared for no reason. First, Caucasian men will pull it. They'll pull it. I don't know why they are afraid. I don't know why police officers are afraid of our people, black men. I don't understand why. Caucasian men will shoot their ass. We'll gun their ass the hell down. But they're afraid of us. That's the training part in the academy. But on the streets, that's not a reality. We are victimized by law enforcement so much. And what's crazy about it, when you're right, you're supposed to fight. You're supposed to fight. Because Eric Garner, as big as he is, he let that little ass man jump on his back and choke him out. Because Eric Garner didn't think they'll do what they did to him. Didn't think he'll do it. You're supposed to always think they'll do it to you. Especially when you get a smaller guy with the Napoleon complex. Because he want to slap his counterpart 5 later on. See how I took out that big guy? The small guy is the one you need to look at. Most bigger guys don't want no problems. It's the pipsqueaks. Those are the ones who want the problems. The little ass man jumped on Eric Garner's back and choked him. When all Eric Garner had to do was give him the corner of that building. Eric Garner weighed like 300 plus pounds. The dude was on his back. All he had to do was back up to the corner of that building, give him the corner of that building, and split his shit in two. That's all he had to do. Something simple. Just back up fast as he could against the corner of that building. Bet he won't jump on nobody else's back. But he didn't think they'll do it. When you encounter not everybody, but just like them, you got to see all of them as suspects until they show you otherwise. That's how they see us. We got to see them the same goddamn way. Got to see them the same way. If they see you as a suspect, you got to see them as a suspect. Until they show you different. If they show you different, you go accordingly. But still keep them antennas up. Because just because somebody talked friendly to you, doesn't mean they're a friend. We spoke about it the other day. Alignment don't mean friend. Alignment is only being seen with you. A lot of people want to be seen with certain people. Doesn't make it person your friend being seen with that person. A lot of people aligned themselves with us. They ended up with intangibles. We ended up with nothing. And when we know this, we're supposed to use that to our advantage, was making it power. When you know somebody, it's like, if you know somebody crossed you, they don't know that you know. That's power for you. It's power for you. When you know somebody crossed you, they don't know that you know. That is power for you. All the information you need, or all the information you obtain, or knowledge that you have, you're supposed to use it to empower yourself and your people. If you don't do that, why have it? Because knowing is not enough. Okay, what you know, that's not enough, just merely knowing something. Because if you don't understand it, you shouldn't be out here. You're the wrong person to pass off the information if you don't understand it. You shouldn't be talking. If you don't understand what you're saying, you shouldn't be talking. My brother, the realist McCoy, peace to you. I don't know if I said peace to you. I don't remember saying it, but peace to you. It's been a long day for me. By the time Friday comes, the brother is tired. Yes, we fail with all the information we have. We fail to make it power for us. A lot of information, a whole lot of information, a lot of pertinent information. That's the bad part. A lot of pertinent information. And we still fail to empower ourselves with the information that we have. We'd rather come among the brothers to chop it up, intellectually spar and make it, want to be the smartest kid in the class. We have to be articulate workers. Being articulate speakers not enough. We have to be articulate workers. Because we have work to do. A lot of it. Because a lot of us don't want to be in the rank and file. Because we would, that's the new thing today. No rank and file. I'm not following nobody. In a way, I understand that, but I don't see us being successful without being organized. No matter how you construct it, we have to be organized in a rank and file, especially when you're dealing with other rank and file. If you think you're going to go out winging it, guess what? Your wing's going to get clipped. We have to be organized and disciplined in whatever we do. Again, I invited people to come up. If nobody's going to come up, I'm going to land this right here. I don't need to go on. I just wanted to state the facts that knowing is not enough, and speak about our failure to make information power. When we obtain pertinent information, even collectively, even if we build and we put our information together, the question is, now what? That's the question. Now what? This is The Enemy's Public. I am Bro.Nasir. Like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment in the comment section. Peace. A once goal-driven, ambitious Sapphire turns to the street life after the sudden death of her big brother Dre. Dre's best friend Devontae tries to honor his homeboy's last request of looking out for his baby sister. A rebellious Sapphire makes it very difficult for Devontae to carry out his promise. Author Angela King James presents Fire. Get it on Amazon, on paperback, or Kindle.
Yo, the enemy's public, I gotta keep my eyes open. Pay attention, stop walking around like you blindfolded. This not the World Cup, but Nasir be kicking knowledge. This the type of information you can never learn in college. It's time to fight back, it's no more trying to play it cool. We got interviews, podcasts, and got the latest news. So sit back and relax, we about to get it started. Earth is a canvas, and guess who's the con artist? They brainwashing us, the system corrupted. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. You are now rocking with the enemy's public. I said you are now rocking with the enemy's public. Hey.